first nationally sold battery electric vehicle from Toyota. Available in 2 grades, this stylish and advanced SUV boasts the latest technologies.
In a move no one saw coming, Toyota just dropped a bombshell on the electric vehicle market, and Tesla felt it hard. Introducing a new electric SUV priced at just $13,000, Toyota's BZ3X isn't just affordable, it's an EV that redefines what consumers can expect. What's the catch? It's not just cheap, it's loaded with cutting-edge tech, luxury features, and enough space to make Tesla's Model Y look overpriced. This isn't just a car, it's a game changer. So what does this mean for Tesla, the industry, and the future of electric vehicles? Stick with us, because what Toyota did here could change everything. The business move that's bleeding billions on purpose. When Toyota announced the launch of its new electric vehicle, the BZ3X, priced at just $13,000, the automotive world did more than just take notice, it was sent into a frenzy. On paper, this seemed like a bargain too good to be true, and for good reason. How could a full-size electric SUV loaded with tech and luxury features be priced so low? Industry experts expected it to be a stripped-down budget model, a far cry from Toyota's reputation for delivering quality, reliable vehicles. But the reality was far more shocking than anyone anticipated. What Toyota had done was simple, yet brilliant. The BZ3X wasn't just a cheap EV, it was a Trojan horse, a well-calculated weapon in a war for the future of mobility. But this move wasn't about making a quick profit. Toyota wasn't in the business of selling cars for $13,000 as a long-term strategy. It was, however, a deliberate strategic maneuver designed to destabilize the competition, and more specifically, to target Tesla. At first glance, it appeared as though Toyota had lost its mind. The price tag didn't add up. Surely, this wasn't sustainable. After all, who could afford to sell an SUV at a loss? But as industry analysts dug into the numbers, it became clear, Toyota was not just playing the price game, they were playing the long game. Every single BZ3X was being sold at a loss. This was not an accident. It was an intentional strategy designed to reshape the entire automotive market. Toyota's decision to sell the BZ3X at a loss was a deliberate move. While outsiders may have seen this as reckless or irresponsible, within Toyota's boardrooms, it was a calculated strategic assault on the electric vehicle market. In fact, this move mirrored strategies used by tech giants in other industries. Companies like Amazon, Uber, and Netflix all lost billions in their early years to capture market share. They sacrificed short-term profits to build a customer base, and in doing so, they changed the game in their respective industries. Toyota was doing the same thing. But instead of competing for consumers in tech or entertainment, it was gunning for the very future of mobility. The impact of this move was immediate and overwhelming. The BZ3X wasn't just a car, it was a statement. A statement that electric vehicles didn't have to be reserved for the rich or the tech elite. By introducing an affordable EV with luxury features, Toyota shattered the illusion that electric vehicles were out of reach for everyday consumers. It was a revolutionary step in making electric cars mainstream, and it hit Tesla where it hurt the most, in its brand identity. Tesla had spent years cultivating a premium brand. They weren't just selling electric vehicles, they were selling status. A Tesla was a symbol of success, innovation, and a forward-thinking mindset. But with Toyota's price point, that carefully crafted image began to unravel. Suddenly, consumers weren't just choosing between electric cars, they were choosing between the idea of electric cars and the reality of what was being offered. And for many, the BZ3X offered far more than just an affordable price tag. It offered a better deal, with features that made Tesla's offerings look overpriced and outdated. Toyota wasn't just selling a car, they were selling a revolution. The BZ3X wasn't the end of the road for Tesla, but it was the beginning of a massive shift in the EV market. And for Tesla, that meant fighting back or facing the consequences. How Toyota made a budget EV that doesn't feel cheap. When news of Toyota's new BZ3X broke, the reaction was overwhelmingly positive, at first, anyway. People couldn't believe that a full-size electric SUV could be priced so low yet still packing features that in many cases surpassed what other EV manufacturers were offering. It wasn't just the price, it was the tech. Toyota had somehow managed to develop a budget EV that didn't feel like a budget car. So how did they do it? The answer lies in three key factors that Toyota expertly leveraged: strategic partnerships, innovative battery technology, and unmatched manufacturing efficiency. First, Toyota partnered with Guangha Automobile Group, a Chinese manufacturing powerhouse that specializes in high-volume production at incredibly low costs. By tapping into this partnership, Toyota was able to avoid the massive upfront costs that come with in-house development. This allowed them to create an EV that was affordable without compromising on quality. The partnership gave Toyota access to one of the fastest and most efficient manufacturing pipelines in the world, making the bZ3X not only affordable but also fast to produce at scale. Second, Toyota made a critical decision to ditch the expensive lithium-ion batteries used by most electric vehicles and opted for lithium iron phosphate (LFP) batteries instead. The change in battery chemistry had a huge impact. LFP batteries are not only cheaper to produce but also more stable and durable over time, meaning Toyota could pass those savings on to consumers without sacrificing performance or safety. The move to LFP batteries saved thousands of dollars per unit, which Toyota then reinvested into features that mattered, like an advanced touchscreen display, premium audio systems, and cutting-edge safety tech. Finally, Toyota's manufacturing scale played a massive role in making the bZ3X affordable. The company has decades of experience in optimizing production efficiency and supply chain management. Toyota's factories are some of the most streamlined in the world, with each process carefully honed over time to minimize waste and maximize output. Every dollar saved in production costs was reinvested into the consumer experience, ensuring that the bZ3X didn't just meet expectations, it exceeded them. For consumers, this meant a car that was affordable without feeling cheap. Inside, the bZ3X features like a 14.6-inch touchscreen digital display and an 11-speaker premium audio system came standard, features that until now were often reserved for luxury vehicles with far higher price tags. Toyota had redefined what it meant to be a budget electric vehicle, and in doing so, they turned the industry upside down. But now, in an unexpected twist of fate, that very model may be its undoing. The same vertical integration that once enabled Tesla to outpace legacy automakers has now made it sluggish in a market that demands speed, flexibility, and affordability. Toyota's bold move with the $13,000 bZ3X has not only exposed Tesla's vulnerability, it has set off a chain reaction throughout the industry. Consumers now know that electric vehicles don't have to cost a fortune. And that knowledge alone is enough to shift demand away from Tesla's high-margin lineup. Toyota's message is clear: quality, performance, and innovation don't have to come with a luxury price tag. Tesla finds itself trapped. If it cuts prices to remain competitive, it jeopardizes the profitability that funds its operations and future innovations. If it holds steady on pricing, it risks losing customers to more affordable alternatives that don't compromise on quality or features. The Model Y, once a benchmark for electric SUVs, is now seen by many as overpriced compared to the value-packed bZ3X. And the ripple effects go beyond just Tesla. The entire EV landscape is being redrawn. Automakers who once dismissed the low-cost EV segment are now scrambling to develop budget-friendly models. Investors are reassessing valuations and growth forecasts not just for Tesla, but for any company overly reliant on premium pricing. At the same time, Tesla's once insurmountable lead in EV tech is being eroded. Battery advancements, autonomous driving features, and vehicle software are no longer exclusive to Tesla. Toyota's bZ3X demonstrates that other manufacturers can catch up, and in some areas, even leap ahead. The myth of Tesla's untouchable innovation is crumbling. What happens next is pivotal. Tesla must either adapt, or risk becoming the very thing it once disrupted, a legacy automaker struggling to stay relevant. It must rethink its manufacturing strategy, possibly opening itself up to partnerships or outsourcing, something it has long resisted. It may need to develop a new line of truly affordable vehicles built for scale, not exclusivity. And it must do all this while maintaining the core values that made the brand a household name: cutting-edge tech, sustainability, and bold design. The BZ3X is more than just a car, it's a signal flare. A wake-up call to the entire industry. The age of premium-only EVs is ending. And the race to build the first truly mass-market electric vehicle is now fully underway. Toyota has drawn first blood. Whether Tesla can strike back, or is simply too entrenched in its own model to pivot in time, remains to be seen.